Greetings, warriors. I am at Camp Ware in Peach Bottom, PA. Where is that? I have no idea. It's two lefts and a right off a highway. For our Viking Council's annual spookery. So basically what a spookery, it's like a big Halloween camp out for all the kids in our council. And so far it's a lot of fun. We got it being called Camp Ware. Of course, we have a werewolf. It's going to show up later. This guy. And it's a lot of fun. We have, for anybody who has kids in scouting, if they're not in scouting, you should really get them in. It's one of the events that our council holds every year, and it's a blast. The kids have such a good time. And basically for the Cubbies, which is elementary school kids, our party goes today from the people are checking in now for the 10 o'clock check-in, and it goes from now until I think 11 o'clock tonight. Activities nonstop. So the kids have a ton of fun. So anybody out there thinking about what your kids want to do, join Cub Scouts and then go into the Boy Scouts or Scouts BSA. All inclusive. So most of our volunteers here this weekend, actually girls from our girls troops, which is cool because trying to get guys to volunteer for stuff is tough, I've got this one mustache hair. All right, anyway. So, what did you guys think of the movie last night? Porch Pirates. I loved it. Dorian, thank you again for loaning us this movie. Hope you enjoyed the couple shorts we had. One of the shorts was done by the guy, Chris, who did our movie 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And then the other two shorts were from the same people that did Porch Pirate, Tiny Goblin Productions, okay? Or Baby Goblin Productions. It's one of them. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what it is right now. So Dorian, if you need to correct me, please do. All right. But I thought it was great. Out of all the shorts we've had so far, I think that was pretty much the best one. And the reason why I say that is in an hour, they crammed a lot of character development, right? A plot that could have gone south, right? I mean, someone steals somebody's package off their front doorstep, right? But the whole head in the box, that was great. And it's funny, when I did the interview afterwards, right? They're like, you're giving away the plot of the movie. I'm like, you're going to the movie because there's going to be a head in the box, right? And you want to figure out how they fix it. So that was a lot of fun. And like I say, when I got to interview these guys, they're a fun bunch of people. They are. And they're all comedians out of the Philadelphia area, which was even better, And I like Mike. Could ask him, Mike, what do you do? I'm Mike. I play Mike. And it was hysterical. So, what do we got coming up? Well, next week we have The Man Who Laughs. Now, we're on Saturday, so we're going to go up against Svengoolie, but The Man Who Laughs is 100% better than whatever Svengoolie is going to put on. All right, Man Who Laughs. It's the character is what Bob Keane based the Joker on. The character, his look, right? Not him, because the story of The Man Who Laughs it's a romantic comedy, or it's a romance. It's drama, a lot. I mean, they pour a lot into that, and you actually feel really bad for the guy, because, even though it's not his fault, right, they make him out to be a monster, right? And that's just, it's, guys, for a silent movie, right, it's going to be one of the ones that I actually will give a 5 for, right? That's how good this movie is. You guys are going to enjoy it. And we have a couple really good skits in it. Doc and I did our filming for November this past Wednesday or Thursday, I forget time. All right. And we had a blast. And for the ones we got coming up in November, right? Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs, an American classic. It's a great movie. Chud, right? Carnivorous humanoid underground dwellers, right? That's another one we got coming up. We have Paralyzed by Fear, right? Which is an independent movie, right? And it's pretty good, right? Hootie from the guy that played Jason, he's in it, right? He's the heavy in it. He's the bad guy. And then we also have, Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, right? That looks really good. Oh my God. When I watch that, I'm kind of like, it's a good, bad movie, but with like Pauly Shore, right? And if you guys are under 30, you won't know who he is. Above 30, you know who he is. Like a real goofy character actor from the 80s. He was actually a VJ on MTV when they actually played music. And then Morgan Fairchild. Morgan Fairchild. The starlet who had no talent, but she was extremely good looking, right? And her fame even shot up more after Saturday Night Live did a skit on it. John Lovitz did a skit on it, which was hysterical. Morgan Fairchild, my girlfriend. Hysterical, you know? But, so that, and then we end up the month on Black Friday with a Shorty Fest. We did 3 hours worth. I think we have 20 or 21 shorts, right? We had so many people send them in, right? We had to cut it off, and at 3 hours. And when you're watching the Shorty Fest, like the doc and I only have like 10, 15 minutes of dialogue, right? The rest of it is that we're just letting you guys see the shorts, right? And then I'm going to put a poll out, right, for best short. The doc and I sort of have the ones that we think are the best, right? And we're going to nominate ours after. Well, we'll nominate ours. Yeah, we talked about what ones are our favorite, but we're going to put a poll out so you guys can vote on that, right? And then we got December coming, and we got a boatload of fun in December. I can't talk enough about Santa Claus versus the Martians. What a bad movie. It's one of those movies that I have to watch every year because it's so funny, you know? So you guys are out there going, what the heck am I doing at this camp for the spookery, right? So my job, right, is I work the dining hall. So we have 500 campers here this weekend. Like 400, I think it's 430, and then about 60 staff. And then we have the volunteer staff. Then we have the permanent staff here that we have to feed. So it's like 250 people a session in a dining hall. They'd hold 260 people. So we're cramming everybody in. All right, it's going to be fun because we do songs. If you guys were ever in Scouts, we have the cat came back and on top of spaghetti and all that fun stuff. And then, because of the name of the camp, we have a werewolf. And what this werewolf does, right, he comes out and we do some kidding around, right, and then they play Monster Mash, right, over the loudspeakers of the camp. Then I lead everybody around in a conga line, and everybody has a blast. It's one of those goofy things that kids go home and they remember, right? And that's the whole idea, right? That's why we do this here. Trying to get back to community, get back to scouting, because I'm a big proponent, right? Scouting, I think, saved my life, got me out of, and I love my Darby, right? Born and bred, I bled for town. But it got me out of town for summers where I was actually working at a camp, right? Where I know I would have gotten in a lot of trouble, So I think scouting did for me, right, what I think you could do for your kids if you ever want to get them involved. So I think I gabbed at you long enough. We'll be doing our promos for The Man Who Laughed, right? And I'm telling you, you guys will love it. And when you got to stay to the very end, right? Because we had a goof up in production, right? And it was just something goofy happened. I forget what it was. No one's fault, right? And then the doc came up with an idea to fix it. And you will laugh your backsides off. It is so funny. Right, Doc, I'm telling you, guy's a comic genius. I don't know why he's got me hanging around with him, So, guys, thank you very much, right? I'll be talking to you, I guess, on Monday, right? And then the following week, right, we're on Saturday this week coming up, right, Man Who Laughed. And then we're going to be on November 1st, right? And for that, we're going to have Nosferatu, right? Nosferatu, again, another silent movie, right? 1922, so the movie's 102 years old, right? And we almost didn't get the movie, right? Not us personally, but what happened was it was such a I'm not going to say a ripoff, a retelling of Bram Stoker's Dracula, that Bram Stoker's family actually sued them, and they had to stop filming it, and they burned all the copies. Luckily, one copy was saved. And I forget the complete story. It's probably in somebody's closet somewhere. One copy was saved, and when it was saved, right, I assume that an agreement by this time had been made with the Stoker family that they could release it, right? And it's a work of art, really. And you're hearing it from me, right? You know, I don't think I'm the world's best critic, right? But when I see something I like. And like Nosferatu is a work of art, right? And when you're watching it, there's so many things you'll see in it, right, that our culture has actually absorbed, right? Like Mr. Burns, right? The way he walks and all that, he's Nosferatu, okay? And actually one of the shows from hell, the ones they do every Halloween, right? Actually, Mr. Burns played Dracula, right? And he basically did his ripped off Bram Stoker's Dracula movie, came out in the 80s, and Nosferatu. And it's a classic, guys. I can't say enough about how great this movie is. So, I see I have one person out there who's watching me here. I can't see. All right. Well, whoever you are, thank you for joining the Mad Darbarian on The Wake. So, warriors, patients, and cemetery seminarians, I will see you later. Thank you very much for watching, and Mad Darbarian here from Campware in beautiful Peach Bottom. Ooh, look at that. Oh, there we go. Ooh, ah. All right, it's not the planet Nibiru. That's actually like something. And man, I got to really fix this mustache hair. All right, you guys are out there going, I'm obsessing over it. Yes, I am. All right, so guys, take care, guys. Levante, and see you later. Mad Darbarian out.